Alright, I'm going to shoot this in Yankee Prepper style. If you don't know who he has a YouTube video. Just go look up Yankee Prepper. So, if you don't like the style of videos, you can blame him. I've had a lot of questions, and I had some people asking questions about things, so I thought I'd put up a video to answer some of those questions. Where do you get the recipes, and how can I get them? And they want me to share them with them for free. Well, I have a little bit. I've shared 3 of them and a couple of others with some other people, but I want to try and make it easier if I can. Excuse me. Suffering from a little cold this morning. You can go to Amazon.com. That's what this page is. Amazon.com. Right. There you go. And search for Gifts in a Jar. And if you can see, right there, is from $2.71. In fact, if you go down to here and look for Gifts in a Jar soups, use 85 cents. Now that doesn't include shipping, so you may actually have to break out $5 to buy both of them. So, but there are more than just those two. There's Gifts in a Jar 1-dish meals, and then Soups in a Jar, and then also if there's a series of them, and that series is if we go down here, there are slow cooker, cookies, bars and brownies, and gifts in a bag. Those are dips and other things. So there's a series of those that you can get. I believe the ones we bought were Gifts in a Jar soups, 1-dish meals, and slow cooker. I think that's the ones that we initially bought. And there's others of that ilk too. There's also quick and easy food storage dinner mixes. That is also a really good book. So you just go you just do Gifts in a Jar or Soups in a Jar. You should be able to find those on Amazon or your favorite bookseller, no problem. And those are all really good. Now some of them have to be adapted. We adapted them by replacing some of the items that were like, it would say half a cup of milk, or they needed to go to the ad when you're already when you're ready to make the meal. We just substituted everything that was freeze dried or dehydrated. Like for when it's called for milk, we just put in a subsequent or a equivalent amount of powdered milk and those kind of things. Now, if you're too cheap or lazy to spend the $5, maybe $10 to go buy either one of these 2 meals or give books, like I said, new was $6.48 and used was $2.71. That's you're not going to break the bank doing that. You could get all 3 of them for plus shipping for less than $20. But if that doesn't suit your boat, float your boat, there's a place that was given to me. It's called Recipe Goldmine. RecipeGoldmine.com. And on here they have a whole bunch of recipes from all kinds of places. But we found this right over here at RecipeGoldmine.com. There is a whole list of soup and chili mix recipes. I believe if we scroll down, there are something in the neighborhood of about 20 of them. From Arizona bean soup mix in a jar, farmhouse soup mix, holiday split pea, Mexican bean soup mix, pasta fagioli, sun-dried tomatoes and penne soup in a jar, tortilla soup. So there's a whole bunch of those kinds of meals in there. So if you don't want to pay the $20 for 2 or 3 books with the shipping, then you can go here and get a fair amount of them, in addition to the 3 I already shared with you. And I will be sharing 3 more. We're making 3 more for the Los Alamitos Ward in about 2 weeks, so I'll do that. The other thing I wanted to share with you was shared for me. People say, well, how do I figure out what goes into each one, and how do I make the conversions? Well, here you go. It is called onlineconversion.com. Onlineconversion.com, and it's the weight and volume and cooking section. And you can, if you look at it, it's really kind of cool because it allows you, let me zoom in here a bit. It says, welcome to onlineconversion.com. Choose a substance from the list or enter a density. In other words, so over here you got soups or allspice, apricots, and you scroll down, I mean, almost everything you can imagine. Coffee, instant, cranberries, egg yolks, whatever, and then you convert it from, and then it gives you a density, right? So as we're going to go ounce, gallon, US, convert to what quantity? X amount of cubic centimeter, cubic inch, gallon, millimeter, ounces. Let's go ounces US liquid to cups US, and then hit calculate. Let me scroll down a little bit. 1 ounce US liquid equals 0.125 cups US. So I mean, that's just a quick way of doing it, but you can see that it can give you almost any conversion that you need. So if you go up here to, we're going to do flour, and we have, we have a pound of flour into, let's say, a cup US. Let's see. Let's go this way. We have 1 pound of flour. How many cups does that make? 1 pound of flour is 4.56 cups. Ta-da! So, with doing that, you can make just about any conversion to just about any other conversion to how much, I need in my, my recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of allspice, just because it's on the top of my head. And I'm making, 50 bags, 50 of my bags. How much do I have to buy to get 3 tablespoons for each of those 50 bags? Well, use this. You can calculate it out, and it'll tell you how much you need to go buy. That is a great way of making this whole system pretty simple. And the last thing I want to answer is, we've been asked several times because people don't have the sealers, the impulse sealers. Can I use a food saver? There you go, a food saver right there. We used food saver bags as an experiment in some of our meals to see if we could use that. We found a couple of things. First of all, the bags are very thin compared to the Mylar. The Mylar bags that we get from the LDS distribution services is 7 mils thick. These bags that VacuSealer has are not that thick. I believe, I might be mistaken, but I believe they're on the orders of 2 mils thick. So that's, 1/3 the thickness of it. And as you can see, they are clear so that you can see what's in them and you put them in the freezer. My belief is, and my understanding is, that the more light gets in, the more deteriorated the food can become. And the Mylar bags are opaque. You can't see through them, and so that keeps all the light and all the oxygen out as well. Now, can this food saver seal the 7 mil bag? I don't know. I have not tried that with my food saver. That's a test that we're going to have to try out to see how well the food saver will just seal, not vacuum seal, or maybe even vacuum seal the 7 mil thick bags. I don't know. I have not tried it. As anybody who has contacted me, if you've tried it, please let me know, and we can see. I can share that with everybody else. Online.com.